Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Okay, so I guess we're going to start because I don't want to waste a minute, even though I want to start with meditation. And whoever is going to join will just join me on recording and will listen to recording. How you all doing? Just maybe one or two words. Any expectations from today's topic? You want to say something? Shira? No? Okay. Bracha, you want to say something? Any expectations? It's so exciting. Okay, you can talk, I guess. Yeah, let me read 1 second. Mhm.
I've learned not to have any expectations.
Okay.
Then things come the best way.
Okay, amazing. That I like that. No expectations is good. But sometimes, expectations get ahead of us and we kind of start spinning. But I do want to start with meditation right away. So it will set the tone because the whole point of those webinars with specific topics. Welcome everyone. I see there's more people here. Thank you so much for joining. It's always a pleasure. So I want you to understand the point of those webinars that I'm starting now, both in Russian and in English, is to fill you in, because sometimes I notice when I answer in even like recordings, quick response to your questions, or sometimes in my Facebook lives or any free kind of platforms that I'm using, I do use a certain style of communication. I have a certain, I rely on a certain system, right? There is a certain system that I kind of project and bring into the world. And I want to fill you in. There's X amount of terminology, X amount of ideas. Like in a man-woman relationship, I often fall into this concept of inner man, inner woman, and people like, oh, is it tantra? No, it's not tantra. So it just like I have to fill you in exactly what do I mean. Yeah, maybe some part tantric that I teach, but this specific idea of inner man and inner woman that I refer to in a relationship, that's what I want to go into today with you and cover the ground of this whole concept. And often, when people like, whether it's a second marriage or a third deep relationship that the person is experiencing, or they just want to go into a first one, and they're eager and they're just like they don't know why is it not working out, and like what the heck is going on with that dude, and like why is he not proposing, and all this stuff, yeah, like comes at my face even at the private session. I feel when we have those webinars, you will come more prepared. You will know how to set the tone. You will know how to set the stage. You'll know how to explain to me exactly what's going on. Why are you in this urgency? Who truly wants the relationship? Is it him or you? And why do you need the relationship? Oftentimes, after an hour of session, we come out that she has her illusion and she's having relationship with that illusion. The guy didn't arrive there yet. He never sleeps in that hotel room, you know. He's not there. It's just her picture and her imagination and her visualization and whatever she has pictured for herself. She actually wants to move in and she wants to activate that picture. And even though we are talking about man woman over here, you could apply it in any form or shape. You could understand, is it me making some story that I'm believing in and activating, or actually there's two ways relationship. There are two people are interested, two people want to join, or it's just my specific side of the story. So all that we're going to fill in today, and then of course you have to stop me, so I will give you time for your questions. But let's start with meditation. Usually for meditation, I turn my camera off, so you don't focus on me, you go inward. And then we're going to discuss a little bit your trip during this meditation, and then I'll give you a little bit of theory, my concepts, ideas, and then your questions and answers. Okay, so breathe in and out. Get yourself comfortable. You could lie down or sit down. But the most important thing over here, all the mind concepts and ideas and stories that been going on the whole day today or lately preoccupying you, just put it aside energetically. Like put it aside and say, I want to be empty just for this meditation. Breathe, breathe. If you could mute yourself, please, whoever joined in. So you breathe in and out. You keep your inner vision on the center of your body, in your heart. Just keep on looking there. And we're going to go for a little traveling together. Imagine you are taking a nice solo walk. You're walking alone in a beautiful place. You allowed yourself to take a long walk in nature. And you're going up this hill or a mountain, and the air is so fresh, it's so beautiful. And you are enjoying the air and the nature, and you look in the sky, you feel the vastness of the sky. And you got this idea that you truly want to get some resources with man-woman relationship from your previous reincarnations. You kind of want to tap into some experiences and lessons that you already learned and you already took in on a soul level. And for some reason, due to different confusions or maybe narrowness or busy mind, you are not able to have access to those resources. So just with one wish, just truly wanting to get to those resources, you decide that you want to go there. And you walk into either a cave or like a covered up part of the mountain. And you sit down in the comfortable place. And you feel like you want to go to one of your previous lives where you at most felt fulfilled as a woman in woman's eyes. As if your whole life as a woman in that specific reincarnation looked to other women like, wow, this is a real, full-on, beautiful, fulfilled, manifested all in regards to relationship and quality of life and beauty and self-development and maturity and beauty and grace. And you were looked and observed as such in that reincarnation. Other women really looked up to you and really took lesson from you. And you were really a role model there on that level for many other women. And just look at that specific reincarnation and relax your body and feel what comes up. What type of partnership you have there? What type of lifestyle? Who is your man? What is he like? Who is he to you? Who are you to him? What exactly is going on? What is the dynamic there? What's the setup? What's the value system of that specific life? What is it that you are radiating as a woman that makes other women feel, wow, this is really quality. This is really deep, deep quality. It's not cheap stuff. It's not temporary. There is no manipulation. There is no kind of abrupt energies. It's really flowing elegance and beauty and luxury and comfort and depth. And just breathe in that experience and decide what is it that you want to take with you into this reincarnation, because it really belongs to you. It's yours. And maybe in a previous part of your current life, you didn't need those resources. But at this point, you feel like you could make good use of those resources. And you are told by those that watch those realms, you don't have really much time to sit and pick and choose. You could take what you truly need for the lessons that you currently want to experience down here. And you are collecting those resources, this abundant feeling of being a quality woman in the eyes of other women. And take a minute, breathe in, and when you're ready, you feel like you want to get up from that chair or that rock that you were sitting on, and you want to continue walking. And feel how you're changing these resources that you just now took, slowly integrate in you, become part of you. Maybe they slow you down in a good way. Maybe they make you feel even different or look different. You look at the same sky, maybe it looks to you different now. The same nature. Things changed. And you like this change. You become more deep, more of a quality on that level. And you continue walking and you understand you want a little bit more resources. And you know you have access. It's just a matter of you clearly deciding that this is what I want. And now you want to go into your other one of your lives that you lived before, where you were considered a quality woman in man's eyes. Whatever a quality woman means for a man, that life you want to go to, where you actually reached the highest level of maturity and development, an example, and you really want to go there and see what truly happened there. And you find another quiet place. You sit down, you close your eyes, you breathe in and out, focus on the center of your heart, and just feel you're looking at the story that once happened with you, where your man, or maybe not one man, maybe other men, except for your husband, maybe you had number of husbands, or it was other men from a family or a tribe or extended family members or friends. They truly looked at you as, yeah, this is a quality woman. This is a real deal. And they observed you like that. They gave you that energy that you're really the highest quality we ever seen. And you knew that, and you felt that, and you received that. And now unpack for yourself the details of that reincarnation. Who were you there? Who was your partner? What was your life like? What did you do regularly in a regular day? Did you have any children? What was your character like? And just breathe in that experience. That's truly you that had that once upon a time. And now, on a soul level, you could take any quality, any development, any maturity from that reincarnation into now. And you could use this resources for this life, where men of this generation, of your time now, could look at you and say, truly, this is a quality woman. This is not cheap stuff. This is not emotional freakiness. This is very mature, developed woman, very gathered, very deeply wise. She's looking good. She knows how to behave herself in man's presence. She knows how to honor man, respect man, love man. She has it all. And now you decide for yourself which quality are you taking with you into your life from that life. And just be grateful for that opportunity to do that. Some of you might think, wow, I didn't know I had so much resources. I was looking always outwards, but actually it's all inside. Take that realization in. Let it stay with you for a long time. Let it be part of you. Always look in. You have all the resources you ever need. And when you took everything you needed from that reincarnation, just feel like whenever you are ready to get up and continue walking, do that. And again, you're looking at the sky and the nature around you. You appreciate everything completely differently now. There is more to you now, more revealed, more present energy, more aware of abundance that you have, of all the resources that you ever will need in man-woman relationship you actually have. And feel that deep satisfaction, deep calm and deep settled feeling. Take it in. I don't need to look outward. I always need to look inside. And begin to go down in that mountain or the hill into your today's life with all those unbelievable resources that you just now got. And whenever you're ready, put your camera on and share with all of us what is it that you felt. Whoever is ready to share, I'm here. Maybe some of you did not even feel anything, could not get anywhere, did not open anything to yourself. Anyone had that? Who wants to share?
Hi, I'll share something.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just felt like a tremendous amount of happiness and gratitude when all the clarity came. I know you said you should feel settled, but it was more like excited, like I have all these tools now, I want to do something with it.
Mm-hmm. But did you see, were you able to see yourself in the previous reincarnations or no?
Yes, I was, and the episodes were very similar, like how the women see me, how the men see me. It was a lot of overlapping.
Interesting. That could be a good news or a bad news because that could be a little like a blurry contact with man and woman, whereas it should be energetically completely different. So all those things that even if you're not sharing, I understand we're here like in a public display, so to speak, yeah. But make notes, and whenever we meet privately, or you meet with other therapists, address those moments. If you were not able to see, if it was like a patchy story, if man and woman connection were similar, if you couldn't see men looking at you like that, or you felt weird by them looking at you like that. Anyways, I'm just giving examples. All of
Mhm.
those, they kind of reveal our subconscious programs that we could work on.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe energetically they were different, just like the scene of like what I was wearing and the community I was in was similar. But the
I
energy,
see.
yeah. I mean to
Okay.
say like the town, the village, what I was wearing, all of that stuff. It
I
wasn't
see.
like it didn't feel like different timeline or different country, you know?
Uh-huh. So it may be the one reincarnation that you went back to the same one.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will still unpack with you. What we went through this meditation, it will still unpack. Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much for sharing.
Thank
Anyone
you.
else?
I can share a little bit.
Yes, my dear.
In the first picture, like the first energy that hit me and whatever, like I realized I didn't hear people saying anything, but I kind of felt it that everybody were saying that I'm very happy woman, you know.
Mm.
And and then I saw the picture that I'm coming home and I'm going, and I saw even this old, like pechka. I don't know how to say it, in English. The where the bread is baked, before we had electricity. Um, and I saw a lot of kids, sitting around the table, clean kids and whatever, and I felt happy.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second one was kind of, it's not that somebody talked to me. I just felt it that somebody, like, man, I even didn't see him like clearly, but saying, "You are my blessing." This is what it
Mm-hmm.
was. This is it.
And you felt anything
I
specific
felt,
towards
I felt, I felt those energies. I felt that really it's true. No, I
beautiful,
felt it. Yeah.
and it felt good.
It felt good, but somehow I didn't enter the mountain. I
Mm-hmm.
entered some, I don't know how to say it. It's like a water channel, like it's like was round, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it was everything connected to water. I don't know why.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
It's a blessing.
yeah. Baruch,
Amazing.
Baruch Hashem. The time came.
Yes. Yes, I'm happy. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Mm.
But you didn't see the man.
I didn't see. I can say a little bit of features, but the clothes, it's like old ancient times clothes. You know, this is where I went. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Very old, like ancient, when men still were wearing like those long robes.
Yes.
This was the time. This
Beautiful.
is what I saw.
That's amazing. So in a case like that, when you don't see the man, you want to be able to see the man. Because really, in this reincarnation, if we carry with us the memory of our success and maturity and higher peak developments with some blurriness, or we don't see partially, we want to activate those parts. We want to bring out and really deeply look into this specific reincarnation and really call out and beg that man, could you please show up? I really want to take you in fully. And you kind of meditate, because I'm sure you could say in your life, whenever there was a man in your life, throughout your life, right? You kind of had him and didn't have him at the same time.
Mhm.
Is it true?
Yeah, of course it's true.
Yeah.
but
So this
but
this to have man, and like it's a feeling. You could have a feeling like he's here, but I don't have him.
exactly, this is what it was in this lifestyle.
Right. So you understand it's coming from that root. The
Uh-huh.
root where we actually carry certain picture that projects outside, and that picture plays out. Right? So you want to be complete, and that is the job to do
for,
further.
for next lifespan. I'm already too old.
No, but you see, it looks to us that for relationship, maybe I'm too old. I deal with a lot of ladies that had harsh divorce. They might be not too old, but they're burned out. Or some like you, like maybe not anymore, not in this
Yeah,
reincarnation. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the idea is man, woman energy you carry in your daily
Mhm.
life. You need a complete man's energy in you and a complete woman's energy in you.
Mhm.
Maybe not enough in order to bring a man, physical man, to attract a man into your life,
Mhm.
but both an inner couple you always carry in you. You have an inner couple inside. And if you say, nah, not in this reincarnation, you kind of close the door on the man, and your woman has to pull it together for a man and a woman, you
This
know?
is what I do. Actually, right? Exactly. For many
Yes.
years, this is what I do.
So open the door and say, I actually welcome man's and woman's energy inside me.
Mhm.
I want to activate it. A man will do what man does, a woman will do what a woman does.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Yeah,
Right.
good point.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Man usually is the one who structures because a woman has no ability to structure. That's what we're
But
going through.
yeah, but I'm very good in structure, you know.
Okay, but
To tell,
it could be
even my kids always tell me, "Mom, you're such a good in organizing and thinking about this, about this, about this," and I have it in my mind right away.
right, but it could wear off your woman.
Possible, because I stopped feeling like acting as, as a wife, as a woman many years ago. I
Right,
took on myself role that I have to be today everything for myself and for everybody else.
right.
Yeah.
So man structures, man knows where to go. A
Mm-hmm.
woman does not know where to go. And the minute a man comes into the woman's kind of setup, all of a sudden she has clarity. Before she had no clue. It's all like, oh, God will help. Somehow I will know. Like she falls into that zone. But the minute man comes in, there's like very straight, even if he is like a little bit airy, right? Still, he brings in the structure. Now, as we are talking and discussing meditation, I'm giving you theory here, right? So it's important, all
I
important
understand. Yes.
information. So it looks like I'm talking to one person, but it's all important for everyone. So one element I want to address here, sometimes it could be, and it's important to know the source of all that. Sometimes it could be that man has structure for specific woman's energy. She could have too much potential, and it could be not developed potential. It doesn't bring benefit to her. It doesn't bring benefit to anyone else. But she just, as a soul, she has a lot of flow, a lot of potential. It's not something to get arrogant about. It's just, it's not up to us. We just have certain energies flowing
Mm-hmm.
through us, right? So she could have a lot for the structure that he offers. So what happens in that case, it's like there is a bucket, so to speak, and her energy always overflows.
Mm-hmm.
So she becomes in the specific setup, she becomes very emotional, very kind of constantly with friction. She constantly picks on him. She constantly wants to teach him something. She wants to tell him what to do. She does not sit right with this structure that he is offering. And man is like, okay, she doesn't need me. She doesn't want me. I'm useless here. Something is off. We need to finish that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be that is the problem. Sometimes what she has for his huge bucket is too little for him. So in those cases, her potential is too small. And he always feels like in those cases, in some cases, a guy could be dating one girl and then half a year later, she noticed that he is flirting with another girl. Or they're in a marriage, if this is not like a religious setup, and there's a lot of other women around him, a lot of communication, a lot of back and forth. And actually, there could be a lover on the side, right? There's all sorts of stories. So, what is that about? It's about that he wanted to fill in his size structure. And her, like there is not enough porridge in there for him, basically. So he brings in other energies to fill in so he could produce, he could make the business he needs to do to become known, to come kind of accomplished. He needs a lot of woman's energy from all different angles. And sometimes man brings another woman into your face, so to speak, right? In order for you to integrate her energy. He's not necessarily doing to punish, let's say, his wife or his first girlfriend, but he's saying to her, hey, listen, if you could integrate her energy and become wider for me, then we could do this together. Yeah, you have specific amount, I need more. If you could grow on that size, we could do better. So it's not always, oh, I'm going to step out from this relationship. He is not being fair, blah, blah, blah. From a little bit higher consciousness, there is much to that story. There's actually more development for you than a punishment. That's important to know. Anyone has something to say about this? If yes
That's
or
very
no?
high level.
That's what?
Very high level.
Very high level. I agree. I agree.
The anger of the man, like abandoning her or deceiving her. Well, for me, that's what it would feel like if he brought another woman around, and that might have something to do with society and TV. I don't know, but it just seems like such an offensive, disrespectful thing to do.
Right. Instead of getting stuck with reacting, say to yourself, I have a choice. I could react for next 25 years. He might be already married with 5 kids in the other marriage, but I still nitpick and I still react to that story, how unfair. Or I could understand that nothing happens in anything, especially in woman-man relationship, without my specifically me choosing this lesson. For some reason, I chose that lesson for myself as a soul. I wanted to be treated as such in order to be fed up with it and in order to overcome this. It's basically like this: when you feel certain pain becomes unbearable, it's like pushes you many times and becomes unbearable, you are forced to go higher. That's where your consciousness grows potentially. Or a person actually fails a drop down. So either people in reactivity, they drain themselves and they just become like a complete smash, and nothing good comes out of it, or they actually jump a level and they become higher. They see things differently. They overcome reactivity. They focus. There is a lesson here for me. I'm taking this lesson in. I chose this for myself. Specific this. So it's teaching me something. Let me slow down. I accept that fully. This lesson is just for me. Anything to say?
That makes it more understandable. Thank you.
Yes.
I understand that.
I just
Anything?
I
Yes.
I just want to say that it's really very high level. It took me many years after a big pain, to work on this pain and accepted it as the best blessing that could have happened to me. It's really took time, but it's really shortcut. Whatever Miriam gives now, it's a shortcut. If you start learning how to accept it as a blessing, it helps big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't repress the anger.
No, 100%. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't talk about it. I'm just
Just look at the
accepting.
anger that
Yeah.
comes up
Yeah.
and just say it's understandable for my human part to react with anger. It just, I'm not going to go there right now. But let it sit there, let it play out, accept it, validate it, give it space. Your human or your woman part is really like reacting and shooting the flames of anger and irritation and like jealousy and whatnot,
And
right?
fear.
And fear and the rest of it, right? And just let it play out, but your attention should be I chose this for myself. Nobody forced me. There is no higher being upstairs that force on you a lesson. From your higher consciousness, before you reincarnated, you specifically chose that lesson for yourself. And you want to go back there and just sit with that.
Mhm.
It serves something. It serves me something. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone with meditation want to share before we go further? Um, so I guess not, right? I guess you'll process your meditation on your own. You'll take notes. You'll integrate it as much as you can. I want to go into this idea of inner man and inner woman with you, so you understand where I'm coming from and exactly what I refer to when I use those terminologies. So in every one of us, there is an inner picture of, let's say, if we're talking to a woman, there is an inner man that sits inside, and all your man that you ever had in your life is a glimpse of that picture of your inner man. So your man, inner man, looks exactly like that. And who places your inner man's picture? It's a collective persona, so to speak, energetic persona that firstly started building from your relationship with your dad and you specifically between the age 4 to 7. What exactly happened to your dad? What was he like with you during that time? How were you with him during that time? Did he travel a lot? Did he have problems with your mom? Did he abandon you and went to another family? Did he spoil you with a lot of gifts? Like, what exactly happened? It takes the photo of that period, and that becomes primarily your inner man. And we don't know about that inner man. So then we are really desperately need to get married or to get into a relationship. We really don't want another man. We want to project our inner man on to someone so we could finally see what our inner man looks like. All that urgency that people have, I really want relationship, I really can't stand being alone. It's all longing to see how your inner man looks. It's basically completing yourself. We feel very incomplete, and the way the story is told in this world is that, oh, there's a one soul upstairs, and then it breaks into two, and it comes here in a man and a woman, and then you look for that perfect man, and he looks for that perfect match, and then they meet, and this is the real unit. But really, that's not the story. The real story that we as a soul feel very complete upstairs. And when we come here, due to this duality, we crash into many pieces. But we have the memory of being complete, right? So upstairs, we're a man and a woman, it's above gender. Here, we are told since we're little, you're a girl, you're a woman, you're a young woman, you're an older woman, you're this, you're a woman, you're a mother, you're a sister, you're this. So nobody addresses us as we are man too. And that's where the urgency and thirst for relationship comes in. If we were looked at as complete, and man and woman and everything else, and we are complete. We actually have everything in us. But because the way the world is designed, we're looked at very narrow definition of who we are. very narrowed down, and our soul suffers from it. So the whole urgency of relationship is to complete yourself. So you pin your inner man on this specific man that's decided to hold that picture. It's an inner contract. He says, okay, cool, I'll hold your inner man on me for the next 25 years, right? And what happens is you look, you deal with him, you only deal with that inner man. You're not dealing with that person, right? You're dealing with your inner man. He's holding that picture. Of course, you're doing the service for him as well. It's always a perfect balance. When he's holding something for you, you're holding a space for him. He's also integrating a lot of stuff thanks to you. So when you are done integrating, you completed meeting your inner man, or fixing him, or maturing him, or developing him. Sometimes your inner man could be a teenager. Sometimes he could be only a 4-year-old. Sometimes he could be a fearful young man that doesn't know how to make money, and he only knows how to, I don't know, steal or I don't know, hack a system and just like have an easy flow of money, like he doesn't know how to earn money. And you develop your inner man on him. You grow him up using your mother nature, a kind of quality. You raise him, you make sure he feels comfortable, you make sure he grows up to become a young man. This whole concept of sexuality, you teach your inner man. And the same thing happens to him. If you lose me over here, please stop me, because what I'm opening right now, your brain could shut down, because we're not supposed to know that. We're supposed to be blind a little bit. Yeah. We're supposed to go like in an unknown zone, thinking, oh, marriage is about just him bringing me flowers and diamond rings every day and telling me I'm the best woman on the planet Earth. No, it's about really serious work, primarily for your own soul. And he does for his soul, and you do for your soul. You complete each other. If you did the job within 10 years, then the marriage dies. That's another concept. Marriage could die, relationship could die. You could integrate everything within 8 months without even getting married, and you took from each other that chunk that you needed to take from him, that he was able to hold for you. He's like, okay, darling, I could hold that little part for 8 months, and you will hold something for me for that 8 months, and we're going to do this exchange, and then bye bye. The relationship could end, and you go and you look for another man in order to complete your other part. So that becomes a little bit more solid, that it's not a fairy tale story. It's not about falling in love forever. Love will never end. We will forever look at each other in loving energies, and like hug each other and hold each other in the same space. It's not about that. There is a specific lesson for specific part. Like I'll bring in something before I open for questions. For instance, if you don't have lessons in meeting each other, you will know each other from childhood. You will be born to mothers that were friends, and you would go to the same kindergarten and the same school, and you have no lesson to meet each other. You basically knew that you're for each other since you were 3 years old. And I knew couples like that. She's like, this idiot sat with me on the first day of my first, first school day, you know? And like, that's it. Like, this was it. They have no lesson in meeting each other, but they have other lessons as couples to dig and dwell and get confused and fall down and pick yourself up. So relationship is very complex. You could spend endless, like my husband that passed away, he spent 18 years looking for me. Yeah. Well, it's for me because I was the one who got married to him at the end. But For him, it was 18 years to look for me. And for me, I was happily married during those 18 years, most of 18 years. Like I wasn't looking for anyone. I was just sitting and married and doing my own thing, kept on having babies. But for him, that was his lesson to look. Through that looking, he developed. He got to know a lot of other ladies. He integrated them through relationship. You understand? So I had no lesson there, but he had lesson there. And when we met, I clearly told him, I don't want to get married. And he's like, no, you're going to get married. And like that was a completely different lessons. And for 4 years, we were trying to work this out. Like, what? I was traveling, I was enjoying, I was just like completely relaxing from marriage. I had marriage and I was enjoying marriage free life. He had no marriage. He got sick and tired of the single life. So we kind of met on a completely different level. But we had other similar lessons to learn later on. But that meeting was a completely different lessons for each other. So when you take that in, you understand that in different parts of the relationship, sometimes connecting, sometimes meeting, sometimes making it last, sometimes continuing loving when the flirting finish. My lesson could only begin there. And I not necessarily know how to prepare myself or educate myself. I don't even look there. I don't even know that that's what's going on. I just get reactive. I get upset and sad and mad and go eat my chocolate and go to sleep, But there is no focus. Each part of the relationship, even before you meet someone, serves as a lesson that needs to be processed, identified, and you need to know how to address it. So going back to the inner man and woman, if anybody has questions, just start talking, please. Anyone? I can't hear you. Who is talking? I guess nobody. Okay, so once you integrated your dad from that age, then of course there is a brother. If there was some friction relationship, especially if he's an older brother, that's also, he plays a huge part in your inner man. Then there was this, there could be a figure of, let's say, a healer or a rabbi or a spiritual leader that your whole family looked up to, that you grew up looking up. Either it's a grandfather that everyone looked up to, or somebody very rich in the family that everyone looked up to. It doesn't matter why, whether it was material success or spiritual success, but that figure plays a big role in your inner man. And this, in order to reflect, in order to identify, if I'm seeing this on the man that I'm interacting with now, this element of weakness or this element of development, that means my inner man has that. And if it reflects back to me, that means I need to do something about it. I know where it's coming from. It's coming from my grandfather or from that spiritual leader or from my first teacher or my first love when I was 12. I fell in love with this boy chick, and this boy chick got into my brain and I couldn't get rid of him. And that also comes into your inner man picture. So it's like a collective portrait of different people, or sometimes it could be a story that your mom or your dad told you about somebody from your family that they were impressed by, or they really loved, or they really honored. And that also goes in there. So it's not that this guy is a problem, right? That he offends you or puts you down. It's something that you took in and registered with your inner man, that has conflict right now with your inner woman, it's not that this man has a problem with you. Your inner man causes this pain inside for your inner woman as well. So in your inner couple world, there is this conflict going on as well. And you want to fix that. Who understands what I'm talking about? And what does that bring up in you? Like, what is it that you feel from all this information?
I'm completely lost.
Yeah, it happens. Just the program's just blocked because you're not supposed to go as far as that. And eventually, if you listen to this recording again, you will slowly start realizing, now I get that chunk, and then I glue this chunk with this chunk, and now it makes a little bit more sense.
It makes a little bit sense to me for the age from 3 to 7 because I really didn't know my father. He was in prison. First time I saw him when I was 7 years old. It's first time that I saw my father. I saw only pictures, but it were something that happened to me in this time, not very pleasant thing, that inside of my inner man probably I always felt guilty. Okay,
Yes,
this what it was.
yes. But
This what
this is
I realized from all your talking, but in many
so.
things,
So
yeah,
what
cooking
happened is
connection all the time. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
beautiful. You went there energetically and you
Yes.
stayed there, and everything else just like blurred up in order for your focus to
Yes.
fixate there. Yeah,
Yes.
you will stay there, and a lot of healing will come out of it. That inner man
Yes.
with a lot of guilt has to show up in front of you as a woman, mature woman, and you have to offer your understanding that he acted as such that made him feel guilty. You could play as a mother or a sister or a guru teacher or a good woman, a neighborly woman, or eventually when he grows out of that guilt and he forgives himself thanks to you, right? He would understand the next step of development in life, that this behavior was too childish or too compulsive or too imbalanced, and I wish to go higher and develop higher and be of service to the world and love the world and give the world a lot of kindness and attention and appreciation. But that would happen thanks to you understanding, meeting him at where he is at, not conflicting with him, not putting him down, but raising him.
Yes. But the problem is that guilt. I felt the guilt because he was punished because of me.
Right. So
This
you have
was
to
it was guilt that I felt, and I carried this guilt in me, and I always thought that whatever man does, it's all okay because I don't want nobody to be punished because of me. You
right.
understand?
So that's also imbalance. So
Yes.
you go there to your little girl as a woman, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
hold her by your hand and you explain to her, I understand you feel guilty, but we're going
Mm-hmm.
to work on it. Guilty feeling is an empty feeling.
Yeah.
Instead of the guilt, we're going to bring love. And you, as a woman, speak to that girl and take her out from that guilt. And then she will look at that man not with guilt glasses, but with love glasses, right?
Yeah. I
But
understand.
that
Thank you.
work needs to be done.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's a great thing. It's a great topic that was open to me today. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else wants to say anything? We're almost out of time.
If someone in a relationship has a fear of abandonment, does it mean her inner man, like her father or her brother, left her? But what if they didn't? They were always present.
So somewhere in the family, somebody abandoned someone, and either your dad or your mom carried that feeling. and brought into raising you. It could be like a background feeling that was always there that you took in.
Mm-hmm.
So with abandonment, you could say it could be actually deeper. We all get abandoned by our mom, but prior to that, by God. The first abandonment that we feel is that God sent us out from his world into this world. We
Interesting.
don't, the whole cry of the baby, hysterical cry when the baby cries, I never sign in for that. That's the cry
Mm-hmm.
about. I want to be in that ocean of love and comfort and abundance and relaxation. Who needs all this? This is like wild world.
Wow.
So that is the first. The second, when mom has to give birth to you, the child takes it like, I was so comfortable. Who let you do that? And that is the first separation that happens. Then it has to be a 3-year-old separation, 7-year-old, 14-year-old, 20-year-old. There's a different level of separation that happens with our parents, but the first one is at birth. And it really depends how mom welcomed that baby. If mom understood that, yes, that's what you feel like I kicked you out from the most comfortable place into the all of a sudden temperature change, bright light, and all this weird stuff on my skin. No matter how organic cotton and the rest of it, it's still very uncomfortable. And this weird sponges and weird water, and like, who needs all this stuff? I don't want it. I want to be sheltered like I was inside my mom's womb. And mom really needs to keep that in mind and talk to a child. It wasn't up to me. I made that way. It wasn't up to me to hold you there. When it's time for you to come out, you had to come out. That's how this world is made. Made me, made other mothers, and everyone born in this way. So you could do your own meditation and you could actually bring yourself as a little newborn baby, seeing yourself, your mom talking to you like that, with that consciousness, your mom understanding why you're crying, not because you have a tummy ache and because you can't digest her milk and because she thinks you're hungry and because the diapers are too rough and because the bottle has a big hole and because your milk is not too tasty, but because she understands that transition is very painful.
Mm-hmm.
And feel yourself in with that comfort, your mom talking to you like that and explaining, this is how this world is. We are born through a physical mom, and physical mom is also extremely limited. You as a baby used to remembering unlimited comfort and unlimited support system and unlimited understanding. But now as a physical mom, I will play differently. I will never be unlimited. I will never be so of a quality like God was upstairs. I'm just substituting a little play game of little God, but I will never replace God for you. And that's what happens. A child projects God on the mother's womb and then on the mother and then on the parents and then gets upset. It's not true. They're not God. But it wasn't that they wanted to lie to the child. The child projects. Child is looking for God. It's like, okay, I guess this is this person that is constantly over my head. I guess that's the God in this world. So the child projects God into a mother's face or mother's body, but then it has to be disappointed, discovering there is not God. And that's when the separation happens. And separations have to happen, but it's all a painful process, right? So all that your little baby, your little child need to understand, that's how this world is function. It's nobody's fault. It's the price we pay in order to be in this world. We pay with abandonment, with the feeling that it's a substitute, it's fake. I got faked. I got it was a full lie. It wasn't God. I'm looking for God, but I can't find it. Even though they said they love me, but they really don't. They always kind of fall through with their promises. It's all not it. And by the age of 13 and 12, they completely freak out. Completely. This is when the teenager blues begins. And they're like, hell with all of you. I don't want to know anything about you two. This is with parents. And really, this is the upset feeling that started accumulating from birth, even from before birth, right? But that's finally comes out.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Wow, that was beautiful. Yeah, my mother always says that I was her most crying baby.
Yeah, you see?
Wow.
So you have some pattern in you about abandonment that it went through difficult for you as a baby and later on maybe. And that pattern played out and that's why it comes out again. So you could deal with that pattern and
Hmm.
work on it, right?
Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, I think we're done. Just maybe a little bit of feedback, what you took, what you liked, what you didn't, maybe just few words. Olga, you want to say something? I guess not. Anyone?
Hi, sorry,
Yeah.
Miss, sorry, Miriam. Yes, it's actually something new and it's very powerful, and we need to like kind of digest it. It's so
Yes.
much, and it's like a I cannot even tell. I need to listen again, and I think then they have a questions because what the like this abandonment always in me, and it's like something like a little like a bomb in me, like just like boiling all the time, and I cannot really cannot find the answers. That's why I'm always listening to you and appreciate what you do. And yes, I just need to listen and kind of digest
Yes.
it. Thank
Beautiful.
you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. All right. Anyone else? Just a short feedback.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I think it was very deep today. Was a lot. I think
Yes.
this lesson could have been divided into two.
Even 4, even 5. I mean, there
Even
are.
4, even 5. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I try to bring in as much so we could chew on it later. And you will give me your feedback and you would say, I want you to stop on this one and that one and really develop this specific segment for me. So I try to bring a lot. And whenever we sign in for those 1 hour kind of webinars, it's going to be a lot for you to chew on. But once you integrate it, you will know what you want to deepen in and what you want to actually work with me on a private sessions or question and answer, what you want to address further.
I understand. Yeah, a lot of things going on. Yeah, I actually, especially now when, I'm trying to do some comebacks into the childhood, into teenager, in a little, kind of coming back, fixing, changing the picture, like it was kind of in the same theme, but, but it was a
Beautiful.
lot. It was very strong today. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, sleep well though.
Thanks. Oh, I will. I will.
All right.
Yes.
I love you all.
Good
Thank you
night.
so much. Have a good
Shana
night.
tova ומתוקה
Oh man, we'll still
for
meet on
everybody.
next Thursday for the
Oh,
English group.
okay.
English group of free question and answer, and then Thursday after it's
Oh,
going to be Russian group, right?
okay. Okay.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
meet. Love you all.
I thank you that the messages are sent, and this is how I follow.
Yes, yes. Shana Tova. I love you all.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.